Coming out here to get another look at that helium drilling site. As you can see, it's lit up like the sun over there. Super, super bright. The guy that lives 50 feet from it is going to be really pissed that they decided to drill right there. It's been tough getting any information about this place. The rumors were going around at first that it was oil. I heard water, but I know the water up here, if you decide you want to drill 400 feet, is basically brackish anyway. It's not good for much. You can't really drink it. Helium makes sense because Colorado Plateau is where historically the world has gotten most of its helium. They're starting to make other discoveries elsewhere. As I was telling my friend Tom, helium is the second most common element in the universe. But we don't have it here because it floats off into the atmosphere and dissipates in space. And so the rock strata that holds helium are similar and sometimes the same as the rock strata that holds natural gas. As it bubbles up, it forms pockets. Geologists know where to look for these pockets, and then they send out testers, and that's what's going on over here. I've spoken to a couple of the employees. God, that's bright. And that is precisely what they're doing. And it could create issues for us here. For one thing, 3/4 of my road would be graveled over. They would do a professional job maintaining the road. That's popular to some people and not popular to others. My close neighbor doesn't like it because it's those rocks that pierce his tires. I'm lucky with this truck, but I lost like 6 tires. Well, I only had to replace 3. But those sharp rocks on that gravel road can fuck you up. You really got to pay attention as much as you can. You're always going to miss something. I went around my property this morning because I hadn't done it for a bit, looking for nails. Found a whole palm full of nails still. Everything around where I park is just crawling with nails. Every one that I get off the ground is maybe one less flat tire I'll have in the future. But I'm going over the shitty road here. So you probably can't see this, but I'm at about a 40-degree angle sideways. 45. I don't bother with it if it's wet at all. Robert was telling me when he first came out here 16-ish years ago, he had hired a guy to haul his fifth wheel, and he came up this road and got to that point back there and was sweating and abandoned it. He left it there. So Robert had to find a local to help bring it the last 2.5 miles over. They didn't even use the road, and told the road was in much worse condition back then than it is now. It's a fantastic thing to think about. They got it over there, and nobody's likely to ever get it anywhere else ever again. Of course, a determined thief could find a way. There were more acts of thievery lately. I mentioned that one house was missing. And it was half missing when I came out here. It's just been getting progressively more missing with time. There's almost nothing left at that site now, which is always amazing how that happens. Scavengers pick through the debris. Wind takes stuff. Cows kick it around. Somebody might spend their whole life living out here in a house. There'll be no record of them forever. One of the big ranchers out here. His grandparents came out here. They lived in a house made of sod. No sod out here now. It's little clumps of dry grass and sand. That would have been over 100 years ago, I reckon. Here, let's look at this. Looks like they're setting up the space shuttle up here. like the other day, I'm not going to be able to get more than a couple 100 feet away from it without invading somebody's property. I could ask my neighbor at some point to let me do that. He'll probably be cool with it. Since it's literally like right up on his fence. As you can see it now, it looks like it's at the top of this road. On the top of this road is his gate. So it's right there. We are renting this space from one of the big ranchers here. But he doesn't really have any information either. I've asked him. He knows they're there, and that's all. So there are people that like the road. I don't like the idea of a good road through here because it'll mean a lot more looky-loos, a lot more randoms. People coming out. Random hours, I don't like it. I don't like the idea of having people around me at all. But unwelcome strangers, of course, are going to be less welcome than others. About to run out of road. A helium infrastructure here could mean real drilling, like all over here. There wouldn't just be one of these. It's an exploratory drill. Those big black tanks that I think I got on video at some point are about 20 feet high, and this is more than twice that, so let's say 50, 60 feet tall. Just about at my neighbor's gate now. Gosh, the reflections are reflecting off all his windows. That would be so annoying. Alright, out of road. That is an exploratory helium site. For some reason, a month ago they came out here, they put one up, and it was there for less than 48 hours and it was gone. That's when they crushed our culvert carrying their materials. Wonder how long this one's going to be here. This could change everything. Now, Robert's property is park property under private ownership, so nothing's going to change there. It's in stasis. The park can't buy it because it's part of a homeowners association, and nobody can develop it because it's park property. So where I'm parked is probably going to remain the same as it ever has. Our own property next door, well, that could increase in value a lot. And if it did, I'd leave for more solitary grounds. I wonder what the future brings.